Hi everybody, welcome back to another pyRevit lesson. Today I want to share a really cool feature in pyRevit that many of you haven't even heard of. Did you know that you can have different button click modes in your buttons? You can click as usual, or you can hold shift and click, and then you can also hold control and click, and you can have different actions for each of these clicks. And this will allow you to add more controls on how your tools will be executed, or maybe just adding debugging features. It can be really useful for many tools, and let me show you a simple example in pyRevit toolbar so you can understand how it can be used. For example, I'm gonna go straight to the pyRevit bar, and right here you can see the Minify Revit UI tool. You can see I can click on it and it will hide a lot of tabs, right? You can see it hides a lot. I click again, it shows it again. But I can also hold shift and click on this button. And then it will open this menu where I can sort of configure this config. What tabs do I want to show? What I want to hide? Maybe let's just uncheck everything. Then I want to hide, for example, this, and then click on hide selected tabs. And now it will only hide the selected tabs that I selected. And this is one of the great ways you can use this additional button clicks. You can have your main execution logic for like regular clicks, and then you can have extra ones for the shift and control clicks. And now let's just go to pyRevit developers documentation so I can actually show you where it's described so you can understand why it's even there. We're going to go to pyRevit Labs website, and in here, I'm interested in this link right here with the keyboard icon. This is the Notion developers documentation. And in here, when you scroll down to the scripts, you'll notice here is the button clicks mode. This is what we are interested in. Let's click on that one. And here we have it. You can see here is the information about shift click, control click, which is kind of debug mode. This is more like config or alternative mode. Then we also have like alt click, shift alt click, and so on, so on, so on. These ones, they're not really that interesting because it's already pre-configured what happens. But with the shift click and control click, we can actually experiment and see what we can do. Let me show you that. Here's the shift click, and it's very, very simple to do. You can read more information about it, but in general, we just need to import from pyRevit execute parameters, and then we can check if it's a config mode, or a little bit going ahead, if it's a debug mode. And this is for the control click, and the other one is for the shift click. And then we can execute different tasks. This is do task A, do task B. Also, you'll notice that there is alternative way of using it by using this kind of dunder shift click. But you can see that they don't recommend it. The above method is preferred. So it's better to use this method above it. And let's do that. I'm just going to copy that one, and I'm going to go in a new button that I prepared for this lesson and paste it. Let's just do something very simple. Let's write here print, shift click, activate it. And then we're going to write something like executing code. Then we're going to copy these print statements and put it here, and else is going to be our regular click. So this is going to be regular click, activated, executing code. But also let's go ahead, and we're also going to have a look at this control click, and you'll see this is how it works. Here we can take this part right here, and we can put it in between. Let's make it elif. And in here, we're going to copy this print statement, and this time it's going to be control click. And again, this one is supposed to be a debug mode where you can make additional print statements, or you can also add different loggers so you can track what's going on in your tools as a developer so you know what and where needs to be fixed. But we're going to do it a bit different. We're just going to try to execute code A, B, and C. And let's see what happens. I'm just going to save this, and we're going to go to Revit. In here, I'm supposed to have a button somewhere, but I think I've hidden it with this Minify. Yep, here it is. Now I can see this, and I'm just going to click regular as usual. And obviously it says regular click activated, executing code. Okay, now I'm going to hold shift and click on it, and now it's different code going to be activated. There is going to be shift click activated. And I can also do the same for the control click. Now I'm holding control, and this is the message I get. And there are different ways to use it. For example, in one of the recent tools, I was getting all apartments in the project, and I was generating apartment plans for each apartment. But sometimes I don't want to generate hundreds of apartment plans in a single project. Sometimes I want to hold shift, click on the button, and select exact apartment I want to update. Because after the first round, when I generated hundreds of apartments, I just noticed that there's a bug in apartment, let's say like 52 and 53, and I just want to regenerate those. And therefore, it was really useful to have this shift click. All right, and I hope you found this useful, and let me know in the comments how will you use these click modes in your own tools. And if you are completely new to pyRevit and you're just starting out, I want to really help you. You need to make sure that you watch this video where I will provide you a free starter kit and teach you on how to get started in just a few minutes. I want to wish you happy coding, and I'm gonna see you soon. Goodbye.